You will sleep better than you have ever slept. You've never been this relaxed. Are you ready to change your life? I'm Rusty Diamond, certified hypnotist. You don't need to leave your house. You can stay in your bed. You can stay in your favorite chair. You just need a computer or your phone. You can get a hold of me. Stay at home. I'll make your life better.
Hypnosisisgreat.com.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Oh shit, man. Dude, we're going fucking amateur hour here, man. I gotta turn on my fucking video. My friend, she said that I need to go and do that separately so I don't do it because sometimes I fuck it up. Sometimes I fuck it up. So
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. So I might as well just fucking bring you on, dude. So I'm gonna bring on my special guest. Welcome to the fucking public access podcast. What's up?
Hey,
What's
what's
up?
up?
Thank you. There's my special guest, man, fucking Dead Capital.
What's up, everybody?
What is up, dude? Yeah, dude, like, man.
That intro is so fucking good, dude.
Oh, dude, thanks, man.
That is-
I'm working on it to touch it up a little bit, but
I don't think you should, but hey, it's
okay.
your art.
Are you talking about the music?
Everything about it was perfect.
The commercial's old. The commercial's like
The commercial was my favorite part.
Oh, dude, thank you, man. I'm
the zoom in on your teeth.
Yeah. You know, that's why, because I have beautiful teeth, man. If you're like, dude, look at Rusty, man. He's known for his fucking beautiful teeth. Me and Susie, the meth head down the street, dude, we both were vying for #1 teeth in the U.S. So
she's a sweet kid, though. She's a sweet
she
kid.
is, man. She's got it going on. Dude, yeah, man. I don't know. I would like to make some more commercials. I don't know. I made that one. I made another one, but it's stuff that I don't do anymore for that my store in Utah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
What about what was I gonna ask you? Did you produce the music?
For the commercial?
No, for the intro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. You made the beat and everything?
Yeah, dude, that was from
Fuck yeah.
my PS2, man. I made
Hell
that
yeah.
beat. Yeah, the thing that you and I were making tunes on.
Mm-hmm.
I had that beat forever, and then I tried to go and get, like, I never got one promoter to let me use it as my entrance music, and I tried so fucking hard. And I even like changed it to make it, instead of motherfucker, to wrestling fans, but it just didn't happen, man. It never happened. So
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
I got it here on the podcast, and I forgot about it for a while. And my buddy, the returning guest, he hit me up and he's like, dude, why don't you have that song on there anymore? Like, oh yeah, man, there's that fucking song, dude. Like, I don't know, man. Gotta be making tunes, dude. So you're fucking you're making them tunes. Are you in the lab? You in the lab, dude? What you doing in the lab? What's going on,
man? I hadn't recorded anything really. Like, I've been making beats for, I don't know, since 2011, when I destroyed all my guitar music making equipment and I only had a laptop left.
What happened? Is
Uh,
that a long story?
It's kind of a long story, but
on the
Um,
podcast along
yeah.
if you'd like to entertain that story.
So I was in Brazil living there, and me and my buddy had just moved into a new apartment together. Second floor with like a nice courtyard below between all the other apartments and everything. It was an old building. It was pretty chill though, but then I was sober at the time. I'd been sober for three and a half years or something. Like no, my drugs are alcohol and weed, but then the alcohol, if I drink alcohol, A, I won't stop ever. And B, it'll make me go out and get other drugs, anything I can get my hands on, you know?
Yeah.
So I was sober, and then I was at my girlfriend, now my wife's house, and I was coming back on the bus late at night. It was like 10 p.m. or something, and it just got into my head like, let's fucking go get fucked up. I don't know where it came from. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I had quit smoking cigarettes too about a month before.
Oh no.
Yeah, so then I was walking to the bus stop and I was like, I want some fucking cigarettes. So I bought some cigarettes and I was like, fuck yeah. And I think my brain was just like, well, if we're doing that, right? We're smoking cigarettes, then you might as well go do the fucking worst thing that you could do.
Right.
So I did. So I went and got some beer.
Shit.
Like at the place next to my house. I went and got a couple. They sell like liters of beer. You're not supposed to take them out of the little bars that they have, but I was like, I live next door, and they were like, okay, just take them and bring them back tomorrow. So I got like 3 or 4 liters of beer. I went up and got fucking wasted, and like all alone. My roommate was at his parents' place, like an hour bus ride or train ride away, still in the city,
shit.
but he was over there with his parents and his girlfriend. Yeah. And so I was all alone. I was getting fucked up. And then I was like, I want some cocaine. So I walked.
Old story.
I walked down. I walked down to a square like 15 minutes away where I knew that fucking shady people hung out. By this time, it was like after midnight. And I was just walking around asking people, hey, do you know where I can get Coke? Do you know where I can get Coke?
Oh, damn.
And so one of the kids there was a gazebo there, and one of the kids in the gazebo was like, yeah, follow me. So we went, and in Sao Paulo, like a lot of the Coke distribution, especially in like the center of the city, is done by Nigerians. So he took me to the Nigerians and got me some Coke, and I paid him some extra money for helping me out, whatever. And then I went back to
a bunch of extra for like
not a bunch.
He's a prince, and he's gonna, like, if you pay him this much, he's gonna give you a whole bunch back later. Is that what happened? Okay.
But it's Coke is so cheap there, like so cheap. At the time, it was like $2 a gram American.
Oh.
Yeah.
So shit.
So yeah, I went and bought that, and I gave the guy like basically like double what I paid for the Coke to him for helping me out. And I went home and I fucking did a bunch of Coke, got super drunk, more super drunk. Then at like 3 or 4 in the morning, I was like, I'm going to get more Coke. So I went back there, found the same guy, got the same Coke, paid him more money. On the way back, I got more beer, went home. And then I just remember at the time we didn't have any internet set up because we had just moved in a week earlier. And we had no TV, no nothing. So I was just sitting with my guitar and stuff, trying to like make music. And I don't know what happened, but I got bored or something. And I just started throwing all my equipment out the window into the courtyard.
Oh shit, where you live?
Yeah, at my apartment. So I had my brother's guitar down there without his knowledge. Like,
shit.
It was like a really nice like Fender Strat Plus, American made from like 96, blah, blah, blah. It was really nice. And I didn't have a guitar when I was moving down there. And I told my dad, I was like, yo, I need a guitar to bring down to Brazil. I'm going to take Dan's, my brother. And my dad was like, okay, just as long as you don't, because my dad had it at that time. He was like taking care of it. My brother lived in Thailand at the time. I was like, I'm taking this. He was like, okay, just, take care of it. So I did. But I didn't throw the guitar out the window, but I threw the case out the window. I had this really nice like keyboard, like Yamaha keyboard with really good drum samples that I would use to like record all my drums. Tossed that out the window. That shattered. What else?
Story were you on?
The second.
Shit, how many stories were there in the building?
I think just 2.
So they knew who it was that was throwing shit in the courtyard.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Okay.
And it was like 5 a.m. by this point, right? Like,
okay.
Anyway, I threw some more shit out. I think I threw part of my bed out. My room was completely trashed. Like everything was, except for the guitar. The guitar was pristine in the corner. I had enough sense.
Nice of you. Okay.
I remember like picking up the guitar. I don't know if this is a made up memory. I remember picking up the guitar and going over to the window and then just being like, ah.
I better not. I better not. This might be a bad idea. Like the other stuff, like I want to throw all this other shit out. Sure, man, I can do that. But my brother's guitar, man, 96, man.
So yeah. And then I heard a knock at the door, a very loud knock at the door. And some cops said, "This is the police, open up." And I said, "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
So I think I'd finished all the coke by that time. So I took they come down there in like these little plastic, they look like little bullets with a little lid on it. So you get a gram in like a bullet, right? So I took my bullets that I had, I like licked them out real quick, threw them in the toilet, flushed them, cleaned off the mirror that I was using.
With your tongue or with like Windex?
With my tongue and then with some water.
Okay.
And then there was bang, 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 bang. So I went and they managed to get into the door. Oh, another part of the story is that I broke the door to get in because I couldn't open it with the key.
Oh shit. You're just like, fuck it.
It was a new place. I wasn't used to the key and it wasn't working. So I broke the door to get in. So the cops just came in and they found me in my room amongst my squalor and they said, "What the fuck are you doing?" and I was just like, "I don't know, I'm really drunk," and blah, 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 blah. And they were like, "You were throwing shit out the window. You almost hit a little puppy." I felt bad about that, but it was almost. I didn't get him.
Do you know that there was a puppy, or was it like, that seems like that could be kind of...
Oh yeah, maybe the cops made it up.
They could have made it up, or it could have been someone far away that like complained about it and like probably wasn't as close as it seemed. But you're still throwing shit out the window, like big fucking things. Like keyboards are not a small fucking thing to throw out a window. Like
no, this is So they came in and they were like, "Where's your?" They knew from my accent that I wasn't Brazilian, so they were like, "Where's your passport? Where's your passport?" I knew by this time I was way over my visa. Like I had a 3-month visa and I had been there for a year and a half, 2 years by that point. So I knew my visa was expired. So I just acted like I couldn't find my passport. We were like searching around. So I had searched around for like running these guys on a wild goose chase for like 20 minutes or something.
Oh no.
I can't find it. And finally they were like, "All right, fuck this, we're going." So they took me and we went to the police station.
Oh shit.
But on the way to the police station, I was still very drunk and very high, and I started talking shit to them. Mad shit, like a lot, like really bad shit, like talking about their moms and talking about their sisters, which is something you really don't do in Brazil. You know, not even with your friends do you joke about that shit. You know what I mean? It's not like here where we have like your mama jokes and whatever. And
right.
You know, that's what your mom said to me this morning, when we woke up or whatever. No, like it's very bad, right? So I tried to talk to I started talking mad shit to these cops. And I don't remember all what I said. It's all a fog. But finally, they got fed up and they pulled into this empty lot that was like not visible from the street.
Good place to pull into.
and they got out of the car and they were coming. As they were walking by to open the door, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Right? So I had a moment of lucidity, a moment of clarity.
Oh
And they
shit.
fucking dragged me out onto the gravel ground. And as they're doing that, I'm like, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm being a huge asshole. I don't know why. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be a good boy. That's what I said. I said, I promise I'm gonna be a good boy. And they were dragging me out. They in Portuguese, they have a phrase, I'm gonna break your face, which is basically like I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna kick your ass, but you know, a little heavier.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna break your fucking face. And I was like, I'm gonna be a good boy, I promise. They were like, you promise? I was like, I fucking swear to God. So they were like, all right. They put me back in the car, and we drove the rest of the way to the fucking police station.
Oh,
And after that, we were just talking. Like, I was like asking them about their lives and stuff, and we were just talking. And yeah, eventually they seemed to forget about my faux pas, I guess.
it sounds like they may have done that before somewhere. If they, knew to pull into a place that's, not seen by
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
probably. So you end up at the station and like, they're just like, look, Google, Google.br.
Oh no, they didn't have any computers or anything, as far as I can remember. It was a very low tech station. Like, I was in my cell, and it had like this like opening like that, and I think it had bars on the top, and the rest of the door was like solid metal. And then in the cell, in right in the middle of the cell, there was just this giant hole that you piss and shit in. Just like a giant hole,
Yeah.
and it looked like it had just been, I don't know. It was very old school. It was very old. And it was just a shithole,
Were you
literally.
in there long enough to shit?
I don't think so. I think I pissed a
Okay.
couple times, but yeah. But and then I just remember when I came to, because I kind of blacked out a little bit, and when I came to, I was at the door with my like arms like hanging at the door, playing a beat on the door and like singing, I think Robert Johnson or something, like some
Okay.
old blues song.
You were into Robert Johnson. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
And then the cops were laughing and everything, and they were like, hey, who can we call? And I was like, yeah, I should probably call my girlfriend, who's now my wife. So they called them, and it took them like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get where I was, because that city is fucking massive, and the traffic and everything. So they finally showed up, and then they came to talk to me, and they were like, yeah, they really need your passport. Where is it? And I told them exactly where it was. And so they went over 10 minutes away or whatever, grabbed my passport, brought it back. And the cops saw that I was on an expired visa. So they're like, okay, we got to go to the federal police now. So
Whoa.
yeah, so we all went to the federal. Oh, the guy I was working for at the time was there too. He was an American dude that was teaching English down there, and I was kind of working for him, teaching English. And then he showed up too, and they all went with me to the federal police. And then I got to the federal police, and I think they took my fingerprints, and they asked me a bunch of questions, and I was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. They were like, well, we're not. It was carnival too. It was like the first day of carnival.
Oh, shit.
So the cops were like, oh yeah, you're like the third person tonight we've picked up for destroying their room or whatever.
Of course. Why not, man?
The point is though, is that the federal police was just deserted. There was like two guys there,
Whoa.
and they took my fingerprints. They asked me a bunch of questions. I was like, I'm not talking to you. And they're like, oh, we're not asking for any like formal reason. We're just trying to make conversation. Which was
Eh,
true. It was true. They took my fingerprints. They gave me a letter that said I had to come back and see the federal police the next day when they were open. And they were like, get out of here. Go on. So I left. Oh, and they said to me, they were like, this is a letter. This says you have to come back and see us tomorrow or the next day or whatever it was. But they were like, but if you don't, there's no real way that we can like come and get you. So they were kind of implying that this note says that you have to come and see us, but if you don't, it's no big deal, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is no big deal, and you never came back, and then
No. My girlfriend Sabrina made me go back. Sabrina
okay,
made me go back.
yeah, good for Sabrina. That was a smart
So we
move.
went back, I think the next day or the day after, and I got there and I waited at the deportation office, like of the federal police, and I gave them. The lady called me up, and I gave her my letter, and she's like, "Okay, just 1 minute," and she went to the back. 2 minutes later, she came out. She's like, "Okay, you're free to go."
Whoa.
Yeah,
And then he's like, you can stay here. You don't not like you gotta get out of the country.
they didn't say shit. They were just said, "You're free to go."
Okay. So
Yeah,
then how long were you down there then after that?
3 more years.
Before and then you came up to the States
Well, yeah, I
after that?
got. They were doing so I went up there in 2009, and then in 2014 the World Cup was going on, and during the World Cup they were doing like the federal police were doing a sweep on unauthorized gringos,
Oh shit.
and they picked me up, and then they they took me to the federal police, and this time it was like for real, and they gave me I was there with them the whole day, and they were like, you have to leave the country within 8 days. If not, then we're gonna actually deport you.
Oh.
So if you remove yourself from the, it was an invitation to remove myself from the national territory is what the piece of paper said.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So if I did that, then I wouldn't get really deported, and there was a chance that I could go back at some point in the future. So I did. So I left within 8 days. And
And
yeah.
then you went back.
I've never been back. I tried to go back
Yeah.
in 2018, but they wouldn't let me in. And me and Sabrina weren't married at the time.
Okay.
But now that we're married by law, they have to let me in. Because if I'm married to a Brazilian national, Brazilian citizen, then
Right.
I have the right to go to Brazil. So
Okay. And you've been married
yeah.
like 5 years now? A little more than
Yeah.
5 years?
Yeah. Married by you.
Yeah, dude. Oh fuck.
that
Uh
was a
just
great ceremony.
it was cool, man. That was a lot of fun, dude. I'm glad. Thank you. Thanks for letting me do that, man. That was a fucking
Yeah.
cool fucking experience, dude. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
You took it
let's.
very seriously too.
I did, dude. I'm like, dude, like, fuck yeah, man. Like, I gotta make sure that like this is fucking good, man. Like, this is fucking dead capital here, man. Gotta fucking pull out all the stops, dude. Like, fuck, dude. Yeah, let's fucking do this shit. And yeah, man, it was fun, dude. Like, um, who knew? Who knew that was something that would happen in life, man? Or
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff. Because like I didn't see you. You were fucking gone for a long time, and it was like every once in a while you'd show up on some sort of messenger or something, and I'd
Hmm.
talk to you and like, oh yeah, yeah, fucking there he is, dude. And then um, which was cool. It was still like no time really passed when you
Yeah.
were gone, but so are you like gonna go down there anytime sometime? Are you looking into something like that or
I mean, that's my dream is to go back. This São Paulo is the only place that I've ever been to where I was like, I can die here and be happy. I can live here the rest of my life and be happy. I've
what
never
is
felt
it?
that anywhere else in the
What
world.
is it
What?
about it? What is it about it?
I don't know, man. It's a really exciting city. There's so many people there. Like there's more than 20 million people in the São Paulo metro area. Um,
Jeez.
the people are warm and nice, um and I don't know, you walk down the street and you just like have conversations with people. Everyone likes to stop and chat, and it's a very physical culture. Like you go up to the guys and they'll like grab your shoulder and they'll grab your arm, and like they'll like hold on to it while they're talking to you. And at first that really weirded me out, and then I got so used to it. Like you're always touching people and slapping them on the shoulder, and I don't know, it's just the whole thing there, man. I just love the people. I love the place. I love the food. I don't know, man. There's something about it that it was just like this is my place.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I hope you can get back down there, man. And some point, man, like,
And I got to
you
know the
got,
city itself really well too, because I was teaching English and all these I would go to people's homes and their workplaces and everything.
oh, no shit.
So I would meet people and they would like refer a friend and their friend would live like on the other side of town. So I would always be going in all different parts of the city, you know? So I got to know
Yeah.
it really well and I just fucking loved it, man.
What's the transportation like there? The fucking public transportation.
The buses go everywhere. And they run all the time. Not so much. I forget if they run 24 hours, but if not, they used to run like at least till 3 a.m. and then they start up again at 5 or whatever. They used to run a lot. And then the metro, when I was there, it wasn't super big, but it was still like amazing to it was like fast and on time and it could fit so many goddamn people. The trains always came and like I never had one single issue with the train breaking down or anything. The worst I ever had was I think we were on a train and we stopped somewhere for like 20 minutes
Okay, that's
because
not
there was a problem with the track or something, but it was I never had like there was no trains breaking down, there was no like big huge delays for like 99% of the time. And now it's even bigger. Like when I was there, they built like a yellow line that connected like 3 of the main lines. It like kind of went across them, and now they've got
okay.
like an orange line and a silver. It's yeah. So
Cool.
apparently it's even
Yeah.
better now. But
Just yeah, easy to get around, man. Is it
yeah,
hard to have a car there?
I mean, lots of people have cars, but like it's the
There's a
traffic
lot of
is so
people.
bad.
Yeah,
The
there's
traffic is so bad, and I wouldn't
millions
say
of
it's easy
people.
to get around, but because the buses they'll get stuck in the traffic too, and especially when
Oh
I was
yeah.
there the metro wasn't very big, so if you're near downtown or then it was pretty good to use the metro, but if you had to go anywhere outside where they where the metro lines serve, then you'd have to take a bus and then you'd have to deal with the traffic and everything.
So when
But
you were teaching English, what were some of the fucking weird things that you would did you have like any like songs or anything that you would do like with people that you were working with, or did you like have like a workbook you'd work out of, or was it like you teach them be like teach them cool things like whatever, to impress the Americans when they come into town.
so I had students from like I think my youngest was 7 or
Oh shit.
6. So we did like I think I taught them um like Itsy Bitsy Spider and Old MacDonald Had a Farm and the alphabet song. Um and then my oldest were like 70 something
Oh
and
shit.
they were cool as fuck, dude. They worked
Yeah.
like at it's called like the sub city hall. Like there's the main city hall and then every region of the city has its own little branch of the city hall where they like
Okay.
give services to their neighborhood or their region of the city. And they always wanted to talk about like I don't know, there was one dude that always wanted to talk about the TV shows he was watching and like the American TV shows he was
Oh
watching, like
shit.
Criminal Minds and stuff. He was super into that. But the one that I remember the most is my buddy Gus. I'm still in contact with him, Gustavo. And every time I'd see him, I'd be like, "What's up, motherfucker?" He says that to me to this day.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
lives in he lives in San Diego now, and his English is really, really, really good. But whenever
cool.
we talk, he's always like, "What's up, motherfucker?"
I mean, that's all you really need to know, and that can get you anything in the
Yeah.
United States, man. You say "What's
Yeah.
up, motherfucker" to anybody like that, dude, they're like, "Okay, man, come on, come on, you're good. You're okay."
Yeah. Oh, and we did use a little book. There was like, I forget what it was called, but there was this school that this guy started in this state, a couple states to the south of the state of Sao Paulo, and he started this English methodology, this English teaching methodology, and it was really good. It was basically based on how children learn language. So it was a lot of like hearing and repeating and self-correction. Anyway, it's really cool. And I was the American guy that I was working with, he tried to start a school with some Brazilian dudes that he knew, and they wanted me to work there. And I was like, this shit's gonna fail. Like, the guy was not the American guy that I was working for was not a good, he was a weird dude, man. He was a fucking weird dude. One of the first days I ever met him, we were on the bus and he was telling me a story about how he went to a public bathroom at one of the bus stations around there, and a guy came up and was staring at him next to him in the urinal, and he had a fucking hard on. And my boss was like, yeah, so I just reached over and burp, 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 burp. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I met you yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, is that a thing that happens? Like, because that's like, I don't know, unless like that's what you're going there to do.
Right.
It's like you can't piss when you fucking got. I mean, you can,
no,
but it's fucking pretty difficult to fucking take a piss at that time. So you're just like waiting for someone to like just take.
I don't know, piss. Man. I mean, I'm sure it happens in cities all around the world, you know.
Sure. I mean, it's probably a more common, thing than.
But what the fuck is he doing telling me on the second day that we know each other? Like, just so nonchalant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of those things like when you start a new job and you have to tell something interesting about you. That's usually something that some people say. Some people like to say that story. I've heard it a few times, but I just didn't think I'd hear it from you. So it's cool, man.
So, oh yeah, and then the other thing was that like a couple days later, I had barely met this guy, right? So a couple days later, and I was new to the city. Like I started working with him about 2 weeks after I got there because I just wanted to make money and I wanted to be able, like, I had some savings that I was living off of, but I was like, if I want to stay here long term, obviously I got to make steady money, right?
Yeah.
So I was new to the city, brand new. And I think the third week I was there, the first week that I met this guy, a couple days after he told me the jerk off story, we were going to give a class to this guy, this older guy at his house in like a fancy neighborhood. And on the way there, I'm like, okay, if these guys try to fucking rape me, how do I get out of the situation? Like I considered it a distinct possibility, because this guy,
I'm gonna be a good boy, I swear.
He just
I know how to do this. I've been kind of a similar situation before.
Fucking hell, dude. I was like legitimately like, is this, because I don't know, that's a weird thing to tell somebody right off the bat. And so I thought that, I don't know, maybe he was testing to see how I'd react. Because when he told me, I reacted. I was like, oh yeah, totally. Like, that's cool or whatever,
You either say that or else you're like, oh, okay, can I do that too?
Exactly.
Or like, okay, great, man. That's like,
or you just run away, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess there probably should be a third one. Yeah, and so like, so yeah, he's just some guy, man, just likes fucking jerking dick, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of jerking dick, so after you got rid of your music, your musical instruments,
Mm-hmm.
where'd that leave you?
So I just had a laptop and I had my I didn't throw my, I had a little digital 8-track recorder, and I didn't throw that out of the window. So
Okay.
I had
That was
that
smart.
and a guitar, but I had no way to make
You
drum
had your
sounds and
fucking,
everything.
you have a
But I had my
microphone?
laptop. What's that?
Did you have a microphone with it?
Uh, yeah, I still have my mic. I
So
still
you
have my
could,
mic.
use your fucking slap shit or fucking hit your knee or whatever, or
Yeah, I mean, I could have. I
but that
could have.
wasn't where you're going.
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
I had my laptop, and I was like, I'd always wanted to learn how to make beats, and so I was like, all right, well, this is how I'm going to make music now. Is I'm going to learn how to make beats. So I did. So I downloaded like a cracked version of Fruity Loops. It was
Fruity
still
Loops.
called Fruity Loops at the time, I think.
What's it called now?
FL Studio.
Oh, right. Okay. Do you
So
still use that? Do you still
yeah,
are
oh
you
yeah.
do this? Hell yeah. Fucking sticking with that shit, dude. Like, how well do you know the ins and outs of it? Like,
I
is
mean,
it
decently well, but it's such a huge, like, complicated program. Like, in terms of like mixing and mastering, I have no idea about any of that shit.
do you pass
Um,
that off to somebody else ever, or do you just
I usually just try to do it myself, but that's what I've done in the past. But I haven't really finished any music since my last EPs in 2012, which were guitar based, and I hadn't been started making beats yet.
so you haven't made anything since
I
2012?
have. I made a ton of beats, but I never like
Oh,
finished any songs. I probably have
okay.
thousands of beats that I've made. But now over the last 6 months, now I've been turning shit and finishing real songs now. But
Okay.
I'm gonna be getting them professionally mixed and mastered if I have the money.
You got a guy?
Not yet,
Not yet.
not yet.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy and it was like, you know, you can do everything yourself, but like sometimes it's good to collaborate, man, and be like,
mm-hmm.
someone else can do this and like, give it something else
Yep,
uh that I might not have been able to do. And
for sure.
yeah, because I don't know. For me, I want to do every little bit of it, but then it's like, dude, I'm not good at a lot of this. So like, and there's
Well,
people who
that's
can
the
do a
thing
lot
too. It's
better.
like that's the whole DIY like punk ethos, right? That I came
Right.
up on, and that's how I did my last album. All the albums I've ever made, like with Ponderosa and BXB and my own shit, we did it all ourselves.
Yeah.
To the artwork, to the mixing, the mastering, the recording, engineering, everything.
Shit.
You know,
Yeah.
um, and that's what I did for my last albums. I mixed them myself. I mastered them, which means I didn't master them, and I just put them on the web, right? Put them on.
Yeah.
Now they're on Spotify and stuff. But it was very
They're
punk.
on
I wanted
Spotify?
it to sound, yeah. Mikey and the
Cool.
Twat Slappers is on Spotify.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so that's the last music that I made, and I wanted it to be very punk and raw. But for my new shit, I want it to sound really like professional. Well, some songs I still want to do very super punk and raw because it's an
Yeah.
eclectic mix that I got going on. But for a lot of the songs, I want it to sound real professional. So
So
I can't do that myself.
so what are you using? Are you like you're making beats? Like what are they like is it all beats and then are you doing vocals or are you doing like any other live instruments added in there
Yeah.
or
So a lot of them are just like beats and synths, and heavy bass, and I've been listening to basically exclusively trap music for the last, I mean, since 2011 or something. So it's very like the sounds are very inspired by that.
basically
What's that?
like basically like bass
Yeah, yeah.
lots of bass
It's not, I'm not a
basically.
rapper, so I'm not making rap music, right? But like the sounds are very inspired. I take the sounds of trap, and sometimes I combine it with like countryish kind of stuff, or like punk, like make it really fast. And then also I started writing songs on the guitar again just like a couple months ago. So I'm kind of taking all of my musical, it's gonna be like my old shit and my new shit all thrown together.
Okay. All right.
But
That's
yeah, I'm adding a lot of live and like adding a lot of guitar and stuff to my beats. Some of them I don't want that sound on there, right? But
yeah.
kind of gonna be a basically it's have you ever heard Sandinista by The Clash?
Uh,
It's
no.
like they released London Calling, which was like groundbreaking, and then the next album it was a double album, and then the next album they released, they went even more crazy and they made a triple album,
Oh
and
shit.
it's so fucking good, dude.
Okay.
So
You
when
were
I
really
started
into the
listening to
Clash.
that, like, yeah, when I started listening to that like 6 months ago, that's when I got back into guitar music. I was like, oh shit. And that's what
Okay.
inspired me to actually finish making songs and make my album. So now in honor of them and that album, I'm making a triple album.
All right.
And Sandinista is like super, super eclectic. Like they got like a gospel song on there. They've got like fucking sounds like uh kind of like calypso beats. They've got like jazz, country, rockabilly, like all this different kinds of music, punk, fucking so much different kinds of shit. It's like wild. And that's
Which
basically what my album is going to be like.
cool. I mean, what? Yeah. Uh, yeah. It's good to have a little sample of everything, man. And
Yeah.
you gotta do it your way.
Yeah.
I'm fuck, dude. I don't know, man. Like, cause there's so much to just like, I don't know. So are you like fucking using is it electric guitar or are you using
Yep.
acoustic? Okay.
Electric and
So
acoustic.
are you plugging in or you got like a mic set up to the fucking shit or what?
The acoustic, I use the mic. I just
Okay.
like how it sounds better.
Do you have like
I'm using my neighbor's acoustic right now because I don't have an acoustic, and it has a plug-in.
oh shit.
Because it has like a
But you
little
don't use it.
pickup. I don't use it. I like the sound on the through the mic, you know.
So do you have one mic or do you have multiple mics?
I have multiple mics, but this is the nice one right here.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like a condenser mic, and this is the only one I've been using now because all my other mics are. I have one or two other mics, and they're super old and cheap, and they sound really good when you're recording like some really fucking raw shit.
Yeah.
Um,
So are you like yelling when you're recording some?
yeah, yelling, singing, no
What
rapping.
what do your neighbors? Your neighbors ever get to
Um,
listen?
they're chill. I haven't been recording lots of vocals. I've been mostly recording just like scratch vocals, just to
Yeah.
get like the melody and the phrasing right and everything. So I haven't really been going all out, but my neighbors are super chill.
Cool.
And so in the future, I'll just be like, hey, when are you guys gonna not be home? Or hey, do you mind if I scream for the next hour? You know?
Yeah. Can you bring me some tea afterwards, please? Just have it
But
ready. Put it on my
yeah.
door.
But my neighbors
Um,
are awesome, man. So yeah, I don't expect that'll be a huge problem.
that's a big help, man.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, you got your tunes. I mean, there's a long list of your tunes, but I mean now it's Spotify and then there's the Bandcamp you have
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have the Spotify, but I can probably look it up and link that.
Cool.
Yeah, I won't link the embarrassments. Uh, I'll,
I
I'll leave
don't see
that on
why
my.
not.
I actually just put that together. I put like I made like a playlist on my YouTube channel
Oh yeah.
of music, and I like threw threw those in there, man.
We Are the Embarrassments is one of the best tracks of the 21st century.
Yeah, right, man. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's up there, dude. Probably 22nd century too. Once it happens, it'll
Yeah,
probably still be.
definitely. Yeah.
It'll be like
Re-release the deluxe version.
yeah, and like there'll be like a Dewey Cox kind of a thing, like some sort of resurgence of it.
Hell yeah.
You ever see that movie?
Uh-uh.
Walk Hard.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and at the end, then it's fucking Ghostface Killer, coming out and doing using the sample from it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
uh,
see that movie.
dude, it's so fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. Um, but so yeah, so then people can find you there. They can find your music and be on the lookout for the new album
Cool.
at
Yeah,
some point.
my old project was called Mikey and the Twat Slappers. It's very vulgar, it's very punk. And then it's from like I recorded it between 2008 and 2011 or 12. I
So,
released it in 2012. And then my new
so that
shit's gonna be under the name Dead Capital.
and that's X dead
X
X
Dead X
capital X.
Capital X. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then yeah,
So
dude, that'll be fun, man. And
I'm fucking stoked for you to hear it, dude, because it's so
yeah,
fucking different from my old shit. Like, I'm
yeah,
very
dude.
excited for you to hear it.
Uh so I have a question. So back when you were with Ponderosa and I went and saw that, do you remember the place it was at? Because uh they like my buddy, they just started running a show at UBC and I swear it was the same place because it was on campus, wasn't it?
Fuck, dude.
I mean, it was a long time ago and it was many things ago. But
I
I
forget.
okay, I do
Was
too,
it?
man.
It was a full show, right? It was like electric guitars plugged in and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. Was that at? Are you sure it was on campus?
I don't know. I thought it was, but I could be wrong. It might not have been.
I mean, we played a couple shows on campus, but they weren't in like bars or anything. We would just have like an event space where we'd set up all the gear and have a party there.
Hmm,
Does that sound like
I
no?
don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And then I could have sworn that you came to see us when we played at the Backstage Lounge down on Granville Island, that place that I used to work, the bar that I used to work. And it had like a real stage and everything.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could
I
have
think
sworn you went there to see us.
maybe that's where it was.
Maybe.
It's a blur. So,
Yeah.
uh, but okay, so maybe I was wrong. But yeah, dude. I don't know. I'll catch up with you sometime soon, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, dude. Fucking yeah. Get that music out, dude, and fucking do it, man.
That's like
Yeah,
that and school are my number one priorities right now.
yeah. There
So
you go. That's the fucking good priorities, man.
yeah.
Yeah, send them my way, dude.
All right, brother.
Maybe not the school part, but send the music my way. I don't know how to
I
do
made a
school right
track.
now, but
I made a song for a project for school like a couple months ago.
no shit.
Yeah. It's
What's it?
the project the assignment was that I had to explain my or put forth my theory, my philosophy of discipline in the classroom.
Oh shit. Okay.
And my philosophy of like what a classroom should be. So I wrote a song that is from the perspective of a student who has a teacher whose disciplinary philosophy is the complete opposite of mine. So he's a fucking huge prick and he fucking kicks kids out of class and he fucking calls the cops on him and shit. So the song is from the perspective of the student of that teacher. And it flips a sample of Unpack Your Adjectives from Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
And
Sounds fun.
the chorus flips NWA's Fuck the Police.
Cool. All right. That's an
Yeah,
interesting
it's
combination.
fucking sick, dude. The
You
lyrics are
got it.
kind of corny because well, some of the lyrics are kind of corny because I needed to put in, the academic
Schoolwork.
terms, the schoolwork, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the chorus is just like fuck the police. And yeah, it's pretty sick. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Use it as some outro music or something.
Yeah, I'm down for that, dude. I'll throw it on, dude. What's how do you say what was it? So back to the police. Real before you go, how do you say like I fucked your mother in Portuguese or whatever you said. So this could be today's learning lesson for the show. What would you say if you
um,
ever speaking to someone in Portuguese and you need to say that?
the polite way to say it would be eu transei com sua mãe, but the not polite way to say it would be like sua mãe é uma cachorra. Your mom's a fucking dog. That means she's like a little slut. Eu
Cool.
fugi a sua mãe. I fucked your mom.
That I that's good. That's what we need, man. Um, yeah, dude.
A
Yeah,
sua mãe é uma puta. Caralho. Your mom's a fucking whore.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, anytime. My pleasure.
That's what we need. Yeah, dude. It's
Anytime
like
you need to, anytime you want to learn more swear words in Portuguese, I'm your guy.
yeah. I think you should. Maybe that can be a track one day. You can teach people how to swear in Portuguese. If you ever run out of track ideas. But yeah, dude. Fucking yeah. We'll talk soon. Sooner than later. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. Cool. Stay
All right.
up.
I love you, Rusty.
Love you too, buddy.
All right. Stay up.
Stay up. All right. That's X dead capital. Yeah, X dead capital X. Dead capital. That's my buddy. I've known him since fucking uh I want to say fifth grade, but it might have been like fourth or third grade. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. So that would have been like 1990, like 1992, something, 91, 93. I want to say it was before 93 because I want to say when I think they won in, what is it, 92, 93, or 93, 94, the Blue Jays won the World Series. And I believe he was living in the States when that happened. I'm going to have to get verification on this, but thank you everyone for listening. That's Dead Capital, man. Fucking good guy, man. I'll put links for his music and hopefully make some more, man. I always enjoyed doing that. I'll even link the embarrassments that track that him and I did. You get to hear me do vocals even. So what's up with that? So thank you everyone for listening here on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. And if you want to be on the show, man, hit me up. You can email me, or if you want, Rusty Diamond Hypnosis at gmail.com, or call me 503-974-6420. And that is the show, man. Boom.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.